Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Daniel Dubois, Shane Mcguigan. Get this. Shane and Daniel Dubois have parted ways. Let me rephrase. Daniel Dubois has left Shane Mcguigan. Okay? His sister, Daniel's sister, has decided to stay. Daniel has opted to leave. Now, let me counterpunch. First of all, we don't know why. A lot of people don't really go into details in boxing. A lot of times they could have just got into it, depending on the strategy. He is up to fight Oleksandr Usyk. And these things happen a lot. Especially when high-profile fights are about to begin, or occur, rather. And he's been with Shane Mcguigan for 4 fights. I can't help but to mention and think about the near scare with Daniel Dubois versus Kevin Ladena, the South American cruiserweight that moved up to heavyweight, that gave him a shock in almost the whole world on the undercard of Tyson versus Chisora. Because you guys remember that fight. That was one of the weirdest fights that took place that I can remember. And it finds out that Daniel Dubois hurt his leg or whatever, but he got caught with a shot, bro, that he's supposed to took with ease. And because he didn't, a lot of people looked at him like, whoa, what's going on with Daniel Dubois? This is going to be a blowout. And it reminded me of, Takani versus Kirkland? If you guys can remember, Kirkland, another guy that was, had a couple losses. Well, Dubois has 1 loss, but very high knockout percentage. And he got blown away by somebody that you really didn't even know about. That's what it reminded me of. But, Daniel pulled through and got him out in round 3, which it was weird to see Ladena just, take his foot off the gas like that. But anyway, that may have had something to do with it. I'm just speculating. But normally when you have fights like that didn't go the way they're supposed to, arguments do occur, and it had to be some type of disagreement just to abruptly leave Shane Mcguigan now, of all times. This is the worst possible time to leave your coach, to leave your trainer. Who is he going to go with? Sure, there's a lot of people that would pick him up, Kevin Berry or anyone, but it's not a good time for him because Usyk is the kind of guy you don't want to disrupt your training camp for, And speaking of trainers, well, that may be a problem for Daniel Dubois. You think a guy like that would want to stick with the same coach, but nonetheless, he done it. He left. Maybe it was an emotional decision, right? I'm not sure. But this is a bad time, man. Bad timing. But I do see Daniel Dubois doing whatever it takes to get this fight on with the WBA. I just do. I don't think he would be a guy that, I don't care who's training him. He could train himself, but he's going to take that fight. It's just bad news for him because it's a really bad look on Daniel Dubois doing what he did. And if his sister decided to stay and he decided to go, well, it had to be something that it wasn't a group thing. It was something that personally happened between Shane Mcguigan and Daniel Dubois. But then again, let's see. We'll see. And depending on who he chooses, we'll pretty much know that it wasn't a quick fly-by-night decision from Daniel Dubois to split with Shane Mcguigan. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this abrupt split between Shane Mcguigan and Daniel Dubois. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.